My Viddly Van and Melanie, and well met, indeed. I am Adrian Galderthan. I am, that's right, your High Lord. Bow before me. And welcome back to Middle-earth as we continue on as Canned. Canned we fix it? Yes, we can. You know, it's been years since I've seen Bob the Builder. Primarily because it's aimed at children and I am no longer one of them, but it sticks in the head. It really does. We're playing as Canned, and we're doing some things, as one often does in these events, and we're hoping that those things reach fruition. Is that enough? That's politics speak, isn't it? That's how it works, isn't it? We're doing the thing you want us to do. We're using the word you want us to use. Now, stop asking me questions and bugger off. We are beating Rune quite handily, and we've cheat-deleted Mordor so that we don't have to fight those bastards. Many of you suggested that I should cheat-delete Mordor. It's a fun thing to say, isn't it? Cheat-delete. We should cheat-delete Mordor in... What words do I want to use now? The Reunited Kingdom campaign, because everyone's kind of overplaying us against Mordor, but I just think it would cheapen it too much. The Reunited Kingdom, of all the nations in the game, should fight Mordor. They are an extension of Gondor, and they are the final evolution of Gondor. They are the third tier. They are the Alakazam. Alakazam, what a rubbish Pokemon. God of War. We all know it's God of War is where it's at. Anyway, they're the best of Gondor's iterations, and they should fight Mordor because Mordor are their primary antagonists. So we need to keep Mordor alive in that. So in this one, we've deleted them, though, so we don't have to fight them. And we are getting ready to prepare. We're getting ready to prepare because we like to be prepared before we're prepared to fight Dale. And I've got an army building in Arkishlar, which is going to ride north and kick Rain Doric back across the river running, the Kelduin. Kelduin. It isn't a single sound, it's Duin, but it's sort of morphed over the time to become a single sound. So people say like Kelduin or Anduin, but it should be like that, Anduin. And well, in truth, it's an E sound anyway, so it would sound horrible. It's Anduin. Anyway, we're all over the place with that. So, ignoring Dale, we are going to take Mataram here, which will stop Rune having any southern lands. So these, well, they still have the lands in the south, but they won't attack us from them anymore because Rune is at war with Harad, would you believe? Which is just delightful to see. And so Rune's southern territories will be mopped up by Harad. We're going to take Mataram with Shahryar. And Khan Arkish, the conqueror of Mistrand, is going to head north because we've unfortunately sailed Zia to his death. We haven't sailed him there. He walked using his own feet, but he's there and he's going to die. But for now, I believe we can end the turn. Your will. My eyes. My ears. Your ears. Whose eyes? My eyes. We are doing all right, though, pretty much across the board. So we don't need to worry too much about anything, really. The campaign's going to sort of come to a conclusion, I should imagine, on the horizon fairly soon, because Dale and Erebor are both going to die. So once they're gone, there's nothing left for us to really do, which is good, because I'm kind of like jonesing to play a new campaign, if I'm being honest with you. I would like to play a new campaign, to be honest, but I also, when I thought of Can today, while I was writing the numerous wills that I had to write today, numerous doesn't cover it. Do you know how many wills I had to write today? I'm not going to tell you because it's a breach of confidentiality, but I had to write a lot of them. Imagine a shed, fill it with wills. That's how many I wrote today. And I'm relieved to be at home, if I'm honest. But Captain Altan wishes to put a stop to my relief, but I don't think we're going to fight that because our steppe tribesmen are not going to win that. Even with the javelins we've got, 15 defense. What? When did Balkoth's tribesmen get a 15 defense?
We are
Crime innately's. Now, we won't be bothering with that. On your bicycle, sir. I've pumped up the tyres. Now be on your way. A lady pulled out in front of me today on the bicycle. I cycle to work. Don't know if I've mentioned it. Being green is hot. Being green is cool. Eat your salad. Don't you know that being green is sexy AF? I'm not a vegetarian, and that song is absolutely atrocious, and kudos to any of you who even understood that reference. Oh, Moria's leader is dead, and Minas Morgul has been liberated. That's because we cheat-deleted them. Cheat-delete. Rune will not want to give up their lands easily, and the AI is going to do that very annoying thing where it attacks lands behind the front line because it's just got no brain cells. Oh, and I've just moved beyond the bridge. That was an error. Oh well. What was I talking about before I started talking about greens?
Noble one. We close for battle. We shall endure.
I was writing a lot of wills. And then the conversation took a turn and we
We move. We rest here
discussed
until dawn.
something else. The car!
We will not waste
Yes,
words on
it
you.
wasn't a lady. She stopped in front of me. That was different. So I had two wonderful little events on the cycling to work today. A gentleman decided that despite the fact that I was on the road, cycling on it, and he was joining the road from a side road, it wouldn't matter if he forced me onto the pavement. Why would it? Let's just try and casually murder people while we're driving around and bloody old
may
people.
I serve?
Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, I deal with this area of law that deals primarily with the elderly. Wills, trusts, and probate. So people write wills when they're thinking of dying, and then their estate goes through probate when they have died. So, and I live in something of a elderly area, which is great for my work, not so great for my health. Because boy oh boy, the stereotype of them being bad drivers, after having ridden a bike to work now for about 4 months, is unreal. Absolutely unreal. It's like they are trying their darndest every damn day to make sure that I do not achieve that which I set out to achieve, which is to arrive at my destination with all of my limbs. And they wish that that doesn't come to pass. Holy hellfire, look how many troops Rune are bringing down. Of course, that is generalising against all the elderly, but given the average age range of people watching this, I don't think many of them are going to be in the comments having a go at me, because those that are too old to really be driving probably aren't watching a little man in England play as canned in a mod to a 13-year-old computer game, are they?
Yes, noble master.
Right, we're going to siege Mataram and keep that one going. If we can get Karnakish onto that bridge, we're going to have a bit of a standoff, but we'll have to wait till we can get more troops in. We make about 8k, which is more than enough to deal with these upstarts. But bridge battles for us, bridge battles for everyone are always good, so it doesn't matter whether it's us or someone else. But in this instance, I think you'll find the bridge battle more than adequate to defeat Rune's armies. And we'll use it to our advantage. I also think we may have overreacted. I don't think Dale's actually going to attack me, but we should probably attack them to inject some spice into this otherwise plain chicken breast and give it some oomph, you know? And then there's this fellow as well, Ulfast. We don't have any troops to deal with him. If he attacks anyone, we can't do anything about it. But end the turn! End the turn. I'm going to record after this an Age of Empires episode, but it won't come out until Sunday morning. So that is coming, but it won't be a tournament game just yet. But if you are interested in the Age of Empires game, there'll be another one on Sunday. It will be another diplomacy, and that's because it's a Middle-earth map. And so I thought that'd be another good one to do, and then after that I will then do the tournament games. But for now, you've got 2 canned videos, and then there'll be a Candish live stream. Now, something else that I've decided that I'm going to do after the live stream on Monday afternoon, Monday after AM, is talk generally more in the live streams. These videos lend themselves well to being concise and just discussing Divide and Conquer and discussing what's going on in the campaign. But I think the longer form, conversational nature of the live streams is that we should perhaps branch out a bit and feel free to talk about other things. And so I plan to do that. I'm going to give you inane babble more in the live streams than I currently have given. I'm just going to say to hell with it and speak exactly as what I'm thinking of at any given time. That may well put some people off, but when have we ever been a channel that does mainstream things? Do you believe that if I had been more mainstream 6 or so years ago, that you'd now be watching someone with 500,000 subscribers? I don't. So I don't think we've lost anything.
Noble master, noble one.
All right, we've managed to pull back to the bridge. So let's build a little army of the best that we can do that is going to survive on that bridge.
An honor to serve.
Archers. As many archers as can be found. Wind riders I can, we're not going to want you. Cataphract archers, yes please. And the Variag Lancers, could probably do with getting rid of them.
How may I serve?
Yes.
So let's swap them. I want to take those off you, and I want to take those off you. And ground archers really is what I'm mostly interested in. Can you imagine the great beasts on the bridge as well? That'd be lovely.
Orders.
That'd be lovely. Right, you're going across. You're going across. We have to do it one at a time, really.
Orders.
Get ready for fighting.
Get ready for fighting.
Orders.
How may I serve? 42 of you aren't going to do much. Let's swap you for the 128. What else have you got? What else have you got, shopkeep? Take a look. That's the best line in Skyrim. Fight me if you disagree. Fisticuffs at dawn. Let's swap you out for just more archers. I think that would be more helpful. There we go, perfect. And then we got them at the back as well.
How may I serve?
But we are going to need to... Well, you go down there and try and blend with them. And I think you should do the same, because that southern army will be attacked. I'm really hoping he's not going to hit Enmahath. No, they both take 2 turns. Bugger. It might be the death of you. Oh, we had 2 generals somewhere as well, didn't we? Get off your lazy backside, Kahid.
Noble one.
Get down here. Right. Build me towers on the line there. I need to make sure that the Black Gate does not fall into the hands of our enemies again. And we don't want it either. We don't want to antagonize Dol Guldur more than we already have had to do. I don't want to surround their southern edge. They'll just never let that go, you know?
My eyes are yours.
Right, there's Ruba. Rune's holdings north of the river amounts to just those. In fact, Rune really is in the throes of death. And it is on us to ensure that they arrive over the edge of death. The other thing that's going on at the moment, which you may not care about in any way whatsoever, is Guild Wars 2 has recently announced that they have done so well with their recent expansion that they are going to release another expansion in the future. How good is that? Yes, I can hear you all agreeing through the screen, saying, yes, Galu, that game I don't play. I'm very happy for you that they are releasing another expansion. Well, thank you very much for the well wishes. I appreciate that. Captain Togrul, you've got crossbowmen, which would be a pain for us, and dragon riders, which will also be a pain for us. But I think we have to fight this anyway, haven't we? Let's see how we do in this small-scale affair. Or rather, let's watch as Galu loses this battle.
But the enemy will not.
The enemy will not. Oh dear, my arms are so itchy. It is so warm now. The spring has just landed upon us, and within the space of about a week, it's gone from 3 degrees centigrade, which is probably 1,000 Fahrenheit. I don't know how your stupid system works. Down up to 20 degrees in the space of about a week. That is ridiculous. You could almost cook an egg at 20 degrees. At 3 degrees, one requires some gloves to keep one's hands warm. And how can those two things be only weeks apart? It's just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Right, we have no choice here but to try and rush them so that the crossbowmen don't get very much opportunity to shoot at us. Yeah, that's our only hope. It doesn't matter. Just get tight to them, get tight to them. There it is, there it is.
Or we will taste ashes instead of victory.
The dragon riders have done a number on our axemen. And look, they're pulling back. Look at the cowards. They're trying to give their archers more.
We have lost half of our men.
Get right in amongst them there. The crossbowmen must be killing some of their own. And the rain's not helping the crossbowmen either. The dragon riders are reasonably paying, but I did think we would lose. The cavalry alone is enough to give them the boost.
A general lies. Only half the enemy force remains. We must pray they lose their will to fight. Death and defeat have come to
they ran
sup at
away.
our table.
Cowards. Terrible, terrible, terrible shame. Oh, I thought Jessica was home, but no, it's just the neighbour. At the risk of sounding like an absolute snob, I miss the days that my house was not connected to my neighbour's house. Which is something that many of you Americans, unless you live in flats, I suppose, don't really appreciate. But in the UK, it's incredibly common to have what we would call semi-detached or terraced houses.
We will have
But
our
I spent my
revenge.
entire life growing up in a detached house, which means it doesn't touch the neighbours' houses in any way. And so if the door slammed, it meant that someone came into my home. And now the bane of my existence is my neighbours closing their doors heavily and me thinking that someone's come into my house. It's taking some getting used to. Oh dear, and it is so warm in this room. I know that you can't, that doesn't mean anything to you, but
How may I serve?
it really, honestly, take my word for it. It is so warm in this room. I am dying a death in the heat. Oh, I've probably shouted way too much as well. I've spent so many hours trying to get this microphone to not clip when my voice goes high, and I listen to so many. I watch a lot of YouTube videos, we all do. We're all children of YouTube. This is our generation. Big up the 90s, in it, fam. You can't see it, but I'm doing the gangster click with my fingers. And YouTube is ingrained in our society. YouTube is what I watch more than the television. And so I see so many people with good microphone setups, and I just think, how do you do it? How do you stop the microphone clipping when you talk
How
loudly?
may I
And
serve?
I found a sort of reasonable position where I think it sort of maybe does what I want it to.
Noble one.
But I don't think we're 100% there yet, you know? Such disappointment.
How may I
Captain
serve?
Nizar, let's go cross-country. Get yourself down to Mataram, old friend.
In triumph.
Come on, Rune, come and have a go. Now, I think we actually are strong enough with this army to beat them.
Noble one.
But let's just swap out as many archers as humanly possible. So we've got the beasts for the bridge. We've got them going to hold the bridge. They're going to hold with them. And we've got swords. We've got
How may I
5 units of ground troops.
How may I serve?
Everything else should be an archer. So we've got one Varrier
may I
Glancer we
serve?
want to get rid of, definitely.
As you will.
And we'll
An
steal
honor to serve.
archers. Do we take the 95 Variag Bowman? Yeah, I think so.
We march. How may I serve? Merging our armies.
Yes.
Yeah, and so what I'm going to then do is to force them to actually attack me, because they won't at the moment because they don't think with the support of this troops that they can do it. So instead, we'll link these two together and we'll hit Togrul.
Will be an honorable battle.
2 men lost. I've never seen such an AI's fantastic victory. Oh, well done.
And courage have triumphed.
Go and scare them into thinking that we're going to do something there. Good! The hooves of Cairn will thunder across the plains of our lands once again, and the peoples of Rune will grow to know us in fear. Does someone else need a general? Dorthalu, you haven't got a governor. Well, may I introduce Ulder to you?
Tomorrow's journey awaits.
He's going to govern you most successfully. And if I would be... Where's another general? I've just moved all those generals. Maybe he could do with you coming out then. Arashla. No, look at that. 1,793. Arkishla, what's your governance like? 500 gold coins. Brown boat. Jesus Christ, these governors. No wonder you all tell me to get governors. If they just sit there long enough, they become so powerful.
Yes, noble one.
Right, new plan. Older, you're going to come north and become the general of this vast army. And we're just going to go and sit next to Dale and remind them that we're watching them. We know what they're doing. We've got their number, and we're going to counter them. But I don't want to strike out against Dale until at least the back of Rune has been broken. We've piled as many boxes and crates on the camel of Rune as we can, and we've crushed the morale, along with the bones. We will not rest until all of Rune's lands are brought under the banner of the Golden Sun. Where, oh, where has that army come from? Is there another river crossing there that I don't know about? Yes, there is. There's a river crossing just there. I'm pointing at the screen. There's a river crossing just there. And they've come across and hit us from there. The dirty bastards. And this was in Yorkshire. Captain Arslan has got the trash army that doesn't make any difference. And you have got... what is all this? Dragon Guard? I know what Dragon Guard are. I just mean there's a lot of them. That's not a particularly good army, though, is it? But we've just given away most, if not all, of our nation's sole strength. But we shall fight! We will fight them on the beaches. We will fight them in the fields and hedgerows. I can't do it. I don't even know the full phrase. I'm sorry. Anyway, we'll kill the bastards. The other thing that I've done, finished this very week, in fact. So it might be a touch later than March, as we're currently on the 23rd, and now I've got to do the whole recording and video bit. But the Sauron lore video script is finally completed. It's only taken me a collective total of... Pens and paper ready, everybody, because you're going to want to write this down. 9 hours! It has taken 9 hours to write the Sauron video, and in truth, it isn't finished, because the end needs so much more work. But gods above, there's so much to talk about. And I did think about, let's cut this down to a 20-minute whistle-stop tour, but then I thought, no, balls to it. That's what all the other lore videos do. Let's do a proper deep dive into Sauron with yours truly. And so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm hoping that that video will come out before the end of March, but now it just depends on how long it takes to do the editing and stuff. And my dear friend Premi, who has done so much work for the channel, has offered to do some visual fun with it. But I need to speak with him because I don't want to delay it too much in light of the visual fun. And I appreciate I've not given him much time at all because I was hoping to get it out by the end of March. And here we are on the 23rd, as I've just said, and it's only just been written. So I need to speak with Premi and see what the... I shall do that after this video has concluded and take it forward with what plans he has for my grand video. But anyway, before I trip over my words too much, if I find you do that, my brain is always about 5 steps behind my mouth. And I will just start walking down paths that I do not know the end of. And it's a really, really, really common problem. And it's starting to really bother me. And some people speak so eloquently, and you may be sitting there thinking, Gallo, but you speak so eloquently. And to that I would say, oh, you. Sit down before you hurt yourself. I don't speak that eloquently. But I so frequently start sentences knowing full well what I'm going to say, and then completely forgetting the word I'm trying to use. And it's such a pain in the neck nowadays. Right, let's just try and sweep these bastards away. I'm sorry, I've used the word bastard twice. I don't think bastard's too bad. I've just used it 3 times. if you are underage and you are watching this, despite the video being flagged as not for people under the age of 18, then please don't repeat the word bastard too frequently. And if anyone ever challenges you on it, just reference the historic use of the word and say that you're using it in historic purposes. I have a friend who is a bastard, and he relishes in calling himself that. And he used to really take delight in seeing the reactions of people when he would call himself a bastard to their faces. A dear friend indeed. Oh, good, and get a good charge here. Straight down the middle. All those far run mercs, got to watch out for them though. They are halberdiers, and they will chew through our... You're running away, aren't you? Yes, you're running away. I definitely didn't forget to tell you to do that. What's that there? Arrowled Dragon Guard. Get out of that. Hit them. You guys come over here. Pull away with whatever you're doing. Those are our lancers. Stop trying to attack your own lancers. Right, you go in there. Lancers, let's get you away as well. Why are you sideways? Something evil has happened here. Right, join them in hitting those Dragon Guard. What have we got over there? Dragon Riders. They're Dragon Riders, and I can't even read now. It's just, we're all over the place. Welcome to Gallo Has a Mental Breakdown on live TV. It isn't even live. Why are there crossbowmen over there? Is there reinforcing? Oh, the fort army, yes. There's an army in a fort, isn't there? How are we doing for deaths and destruction? 2316, that's not very good. Cavalry, let's get you out. Right, you should have killed whatever you were fighting against. You're running away, you're running away, you're running away, and you're running away. Heavy cavalry! Go into those far run mercs. You're a heavy unit, so you should have fun with that. Darotai warriors over there. Let's flank around with all of you guys. Oh, actually, look, if you get... Oh, no, they're going to hit in the wrong place. Let's get them out. That's going to be a nice charge, surely. Yeah, fair few, fair few, fair few, fair few. On you go. Catch this Baroon. Baroon. Destroyers and usurpers, curse them. Right, on we go.
The enemy's general lies dead.
Yes.
Now his men can sense their doom upon them.
Balkoth Spearman, bugger. Obviously, we have got a lot of cavalry. And cavalry does rather well against infantry. But we are not doing as well as one would hope. It's the cavalry archers that we need. I'm also not massively paying attention. It has to be said. We're just casually getting them killed off.
Remains. We must pray they lose their will to fight.
How many have we got? 37. Yeah, we are winning. We are winning. Oh, and they are starting to rout.
For the moment,
they are.
The fickle smile of fortune shines upon us. Yes, pray this is a portent of a victory. Our foe fights with horns made of clay. We are winning the battle.
Pray this is a portent of a victory. I think it's more than a portent. I think it is an assured outcome at this stage. Right, let's just mass attack everything, and then that will assure our ongoing victory. Oh, hey up, what's happening
here? They run like children. Scour them from the field.
Scour them from the field. Yes, if you would, start capturing
Our
things.
Foe fights with horns made of clay. We are winning the battle.
And then let's just mass hit these buggers.
The enemy
yes, don't let them,
like
don't
an
let
old
them run,
woman.
Don't let them run.
Attack and break the will of his men.
Attack and break the will of his men. There were 14 Darotai crossbowmen. Every single one of our horsemen collides into their position, and only 4 make it out alive, and only 3 of those make it to the edge, and even only 1, the banner carrier, and the cavalry of Khan tramples the dragon of Rune into the dust. Have you seen
this is a most crushing victory.
Look at that.
Your name will live in marble, and our foes in sand.
There are 2 realistic outcomes that have led to this. No, there are 2 realistic actions that have led to this outcome. Number 1, cavalry is incredibly powerful in Medieval 2, and one doesn't even need to really pay attention in order to maximize the use of said cavalry. And option 2, I am quite possibly the greatest commander that has ever lived. Now, I know we're all thinking it's option 2, but hold on a moment. Let's not get carried away with ourselves. Whilst I may well be the greatest commander that has ever lived, as the narrators keep telling me, I think in that instance it may be down to the cavalry. That is either Maglor or Maedhros. I can't remember. I don't really care about the elves of the First Age. And he's throwing one of the Silmarils into the ocean because he's so fed up with the curse that it has come and brought about on his family. And the reason he's so interesting is because he then wanders Middle-earth for eternity. So right now, I was going to say, but let's be honest, it's not really a mythos before our own. At the time of the Third Age, Maedhros, or Maglor, I can't remember which one it is, I'm terribly sorry, but one of the sons of Feanor is out there wandering around Middle-earth doing sod bloody all, while the rest of them fight and die against Sauron. Even some 6,000 years after he threw the bloody Silmaril into the ocean, he's still wandering around with his thumb firmly planted where it shouldn't. And he should have just gone back in and got stuck in, you know, got involved. Influenced the world. Captain Altan attacks us, and he's just got some Balcloth Spearmen, so they are going to die. Captain Megujin has got some Dragon Guard who we can surround with cavalry effectively. There's a Baron Raiders, but we'll deal with those. And then Akam has some Nomad Horsemen. So he's going to try and stop us. I keep doing this. This is turning into almost dementia levels of forgetfulness. We will be able to win this quite soundly, I have no doubt. What are we on? Oh, it's 26 minutes in already. Jesus. Jesus. Call me Galib. No need with no need to deify me. It's all right. Oh, we have so many archers. Oh, what glorious day. Don't run away, but cavalry, if you would be kind enough to come over here on the left-hand side, and I'd like you to feint a retreat. I've just told you to do that. I definitely did not accidentally misclick there. No. No. Keep your forked tongue behind your teeth. Start the battle.
May show their cowardice. They bring in reinforcements.
Where's the army we're most afeared of? That one over there. Right, so let's go and just get that army out of the game. Go and give them a little going over. Give them a right good going over, son. And infantry, if you would, please, all... Hello, Callie. All sprint forward and attack the Balcloth Spearman. She's sitting next to me. Hello. Callie Cat would like to say hello to you all, and she'd be really, 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 really happy if you wouldn't mind feeding her, even though she just had food less than 35 minutes ago. If you wouldn't mind looking into her big blue doughy eyes and acquiescing to her pathetic attempts for food, she'd love that. She threw up this morning, as she so often does, because she eats her breakfast too quickly and then immediately throws it up. It's becoming a real problem, and the veterinarian told us that we should spread the food around the plate more. Absolute joke. We pay these people like 80 quid a visit, and all they do is tell you to spread the food around the plate. Absolute joke. If you own a cat, and they also throw up frequently from just eating their own food, then let me know. We've tried everything under the sun. We've fed her special dietary foods that are supposed to be like sensitive, so they're meant to be good on her gut or whatever. But she still just throws up all the time.
Men can sense their doom upon them.
And we're not feeding her garbage.
Remains.
She doesn't eat out of the trash can. Trash can. How American. She doesn't eat out of the bin. That's what we call it. We call it a bin. Much easier to say. Less syllables.
They run like children. Scour them from the field.
Right, there's the army of
well
concern. Let's...
Time our foe will surely see this and lose heart.
Run up there. Get the melee troops to go in front of you as well. Did you deal with the Balcloth Spearmen? Oh, yeah, they're dead. Yeah. Right, and then we got these buggers over here. Oh, I think what we might do with all of these fools is use the cavalry archers. I want you all to target the Dragon Guard and bring them down in a flurry of arrow fire. Yes, excellent. Right, and you guys have done okay, I suppose. Mediocrity is often respected. And it is no different here.
Badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
The enemy is dying, and quite well at that. That is a lot of deaths, isn't it? Right, and then stop firing, stop doing that, and all of you charge into this.
Sense their doom upon them. They run like children.
There we go.
Scour them from the field.
I like the way he says scour.
Victory is well within our grasp.
If I do say so myself,
our foe will surely see this and lose heart.
am particularly good at rolling my R's, and I do like it when I hear a good rolled R. And I like the way he says scour. Scour. Well, it sounds like Scotland now, doesn't it? Scour them from the field. My Scottish is very hit and miss, and I have no idea whether it's Glaswegian or Edinburgh or whatever. My ear for Scottish accents is poor, I'm afraid. Right, let's have a little turn. I need to improve my Italian again because I now work with an Italian man, and I've never had more of an opportunity to actually practice speaking Italian than I do now. And I've said buongiorno to him on 2 occasions, and he smiled and said buongiorno back. But I need to do more than say good day. Oh dear. But alas, for I am lazy in these things. Right, cavalry archers, bring them down. Particularly the nomad horsemen. Give it a pause so that we can actually do some stuff. I want you all to target them. Full volley fire on those nomads. Get them out of this game for me, please. Yes, this is what we like to see. That's lovely. That's fantastic what you've done there. Are you all out of arrows, though? Well, that's a shame. All of you, Balcloth Spearmen. 14 of them made it out alive. Absolutely pathetic.
Our foe fights with horns made of clay. We are winning the battle.
Winning the battle. I should bloody hope so. We more than outnumber these fools. Right, you guys come back and charge into these Barun riders. You can hit the Balcloth Spearmen, I suppose. You come into the Spearmen from the side. Who's leading this rabble? Well, it's the Balcloth Spearmen. What's the rabble rousers or something? I'm thinking of Monty Python, and I've not mentioned that. Is there a train station coming up where I can board your train of thought?
The enemy general, only half the enemy force remains.
Look at the cowards.
They lose their will to fight.
Where are the Wind Riders? Bring them to me. You are tasked now with chasing these down. Alright, they're all dead. That's good to see. Let's go and kill off those. There we are. That's all of that lot dead. Come on, you're Wind Riders. Nothing is faster than a Wind Rider. How many times have I said that on this channel? So many times. Now get in there and bloody well shut them down. Thank you.
Enemy flees before us like a herd of goats. Drive them from the battle.
Do goats travel in herds? Yes, of course they do. Do they flee frequently, though? I thought goats were actually fairly... I'm overthinking it. I'm overthinking it. 125 losses. That's not very good for the numbers we killed, is it?
The poets write of this most wondrous triumph.
Well, the poets are going to write about it, but if they could tart it up a little bit and make me out to be a bit better than I actually was, that'd be smashing. State-sanctioned propaganda, I believe we call that. Can't hurt to have a little bit of state-sanctioned propaganda, can it? That's every country in history. Everyone loves to blow their own horn and casually forget all of the thousands of things they've done wrong, or in our case, quite literally millions of things that our nation has done wrong. But we gloss over that. We gloss over that.
No, do not.
Your faith and courage have
He says,
triumphed.
casually executing
Your faith
1,400
and
people.
courage have triumphed.
Kill them all! Kill them all. Well, alas, our time today has come to an end. 33 minutes and 33 seconds in. Almost bang on right now. There you go. Our time comes to an end for today. Now, there will be another video tomorrow. So if you're interested in what you've seen today, come back again. Feel free. Watch it then. Feel free to watch it in the future. Who cares? 10 years' time. Say hello. Pop back in. Say, hello, Gallo. I'm watching this 10 years in the future. I might not be around by then, but you never know. You never know. I might be a massive YouTuber by then. Creative Assembly will be fawning over me, begging me to show their games off rather than me begging them to give me early access to stuff. Oh, I've just forgotten to build something.
How may I serve?
This has not gone overly well.
Orders. We march.
Keep running south,
How may I
everyone.
serve?
You'll be needed in
We
due
march.
course. Do you know how many times a day I write in due course? Such a cliche. So many.
Orders.
I know that's not a number,
As you
and that
will.
was anticlimactic, but it's what you're getting. Rune has not got many hopes left of victory now, but they have got that bastard army there. Oh, it's Rukar! He's the original. He's the OG faction leader, and he still lives. That is very interesting to me. I was going to say most interesting, but then sometimes I think, Gally, you talk like such a snob so much. And I do. I should just lean into it. I literally do talk like this. I genuinely is a better phrase. And And Jessica mocks me for it. She calls this, she says I have a telephone voice.
How may I serve?
Sometimes she's very cruel to me. Desperately cruel. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. We've done alright, I think. In the next video, we're probably going to be attacked by Rune in 2 key locations. Shall I explain it to you? I will. Mataram and the bridge outside of Mistrand. And in those 2 places, we shall beat them back. Once Rune's armies have been soundly defeated, divided and conquered. He said the thing. Again, he said the thing. Once they've been divided and conquered, we will attack Dale. But Dale looks like they've got ideas of their own for us, so Captain Goktik.
How may I serve?
What a name. That sounds like a Pokemon, doesn't it? Goktik.
Rest here
Oh no, I've said it wrong. Goktig. Anyway, he's going to do some defensive stuff, and we'll go about that. Now, that's going to be the end then. So thank you very much for watching, if indeed you have. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. I've enjoyed thoroughly today's episode. This has been a wonderful actual break, if anything. I'm not losing my mind. No, this has been fun, and I hope you've had fun, and I hope to see you again soon. Bring some squash with you, because I don't really drink beer. But anyway, until next time, have a wonderful day. And farewell.